Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game could end up being all about the defense as both teams rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed. The 49ers are number 1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Seahawks, who will need to be sharp on offense.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
High dancing, Carlos Hyde. See you later. Touchdown, 49ers. Carlos Hyde hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Third down. That's Coleman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Wilson now off the bootleg. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Barkevious Mingo. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Garoppolo. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And this is their third drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
In motion right is Tate. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Again, it's Hyde. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 18-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down near the 34-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously, no. Maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Coleman on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On 3rd down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Garoppolo now. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Go, go. Let's run. Let's run. They're running. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
They run it again with Hyde. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. On 2nd down, Hyde. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Now let's go.
Gabriel, the man in motion.
3-19.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Wilson. Flushed. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Wilson. He's got Lockett. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd down, Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. There he goes, right side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. They come out here in the I. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he'll be shoved to the turf that time at the 3-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They try again with Hyde. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Carlos Hyde with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. Now here's Suck about to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. Treated like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Reuben Foster in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
On second down, here's Wilson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Coleman. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
To throw on second down. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
And he slides to avoid the hit. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. Wilson looking to throw on second down. And this is incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd and goal, Wilson, and that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Play action. Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on second down. This will be caught by Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Play action. Now Wilson. It's complete to Brown, right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Wilson will throw again. And some room to roam now. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Every now and then I scratch my head when I see the draw play called, especially after a great run the previous play. Keep it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Lynch in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Wilson on second down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Play action. It's Wilson. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.